welcome back to Small Engines Galore, where in this video we are going to be making this Terrajet run. Okay, so to give you a bit of background in case you guys didn't watch the previous videos on this, it has a 1978 Arctic Cat 440 snowmobile engine in it, and it's got extra rack welded on the back of it, 26-inch tires on all fours. And in case you didn't know any history on these things, they are full-time four-wheel drive, so there's no diffs or nothing on them. All four tires are always spinning, which means that this is super hard to turn. But that's okay, because it's for out in the bush. So basically what we're going to be doing in this video is hooking up the fuel system, mostly, and putting a seat in it, and hooking the main chain back up. That's it. And of course I have my best pal Borb here with me today, like usual. Okay guys, here's the original fuel tank out of the Terrajet. As you can see, the threads are broken. I did do that. It was an accident, but I did wreck them. So I swapped in a John Deere D170 fuel tank. There it is. There's the John Deere D170 fuel tank. Sorry about the bad audio today, guys. Guys, how we had been running this engine was just some fuel through this funnel down a line into the carburetor, but now we have it hooked up from going from the tank. There's a line that comes from the tank up here to this fuel pump, comes down to a fuel shutoff valve that will plug in inside where this line is. So this line is the one with the funnel on it. It can go. This one replaces it. Borb. You like that? How about this? Alright guys, so on this Terrajet, how I'm gonna end up hooking this fuel system up is I'm gonna have to pull this fuel tank back out, I think, so I can hook up the lines, because they hook up in the top. Alright guys, now that the fuel tank is dropped down, you may be able to see on the right side of the filler that there are two lines that come out. One of them is for fuel and one of them is for a vent line. Here's a better view of those lines. The one with the red clamp on it over there, that's the fuel line. The one with no clamp is the vent line. The only reason I can tell this is because they always put clamps on the fuel lines, just in case they would have had leaks if they didn't. Because the barbed fittings are not always perfectly sealed. Actually, they never are. Alright guys, I made a gigantic problem. I accidentally busted the fuel filler thing off of the tank into the old line. Now I gotta try to get that out and then glue it back on without it blocking the area where the fuel comes in. There's Borb walking along there. Now he's on the seat with me. What are you doing, bud? Hey, what you want? All you want is the pets, eh? What are you doing? Yeah. Alright guys, here's that chunk of the old line with the inlet in it. Now I gotta go try to get this off. Then I gotta try to glue it to this tank and hopefully not restrict the fuel flow too much, because this is a tiny inlet for a snowmobile engine to start with. Alright guys, here's that chunk of fuel line in the vise. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to cut it off of the fuel plastic bit, because it doesn't seem to want to pull off. Like, I realized that it wasn't clamped in the vise like this, so if it was clamped in the vise like this, obviously it wouldn't come off because it's the rubber being held. But I'm gonna just go ahead and try to cut the rubber off of the plastic. Wish me luck. Okay guys, starting from the end that I initially cut off and going down towards the plastic bit. I'm almost there. Alright guys, here's the fuel inlet. I got it off. The other chunk of line is now gone. Looks kind of funny, hey? I think we're just gonna use this cement for plastic models. We use this on model cars all the time and it works great. directions say allow 4 hours to dry. That means I think we may end up getting sidetracked on some other thing to do with that project while we wait for that thing to dry. Because it's also cold out, so it'll take longer to dry. And here's another reminder. That's where the white piece goes. So that white piece goes in there. Glue it on, and then I'll show you what the results look like. Hey guys, I think I finally got that to stay. We'll see how long that lasts for. I'm just gonna swap those two lines, and I'll see you then. There we go, folks. It's hooked up. Now, all we gotta do is hook up the main chain that goes from there to there. There she be. And our master link should just be right in. Oh. Okay. It was sitting right there. That could be a problem. I don't see it up there. No. So, I guess I gotta go find another master link, or at least try to look for this one. Alright guys, there's the main chain. It's not perfect, it still looks like it's seized up right there. So I may need to order a new chain entirely. I guess I gotta order a new one of those from John Deere. That's gonna be like 350 bucks. Maybe not quite that much, but it's gonna be expensive. Yes guys, sorry about that. It's gonna be a super short episode. I was really hoping to just drive this one in this episode, but turns out we need to order a bunch of parts to make it go. So, thanks for watching. See you on the next one, hopefully.